EW926 here. Like I said, I'm not going to be making too many more videos on this channel. I'm going to be primarily focusing on my new channel, The Bronze Comedy. So pretty much all my new stuff is going to be on there, so check it out if you haven't already. Well, anyway, so today I'm going to do a redo of the video on best players on the PSN, and just kind of talk about the best players. It came to my attention in the last video is that some of the players I listed as the top players really should not be on the list. So I revised it, and I have a much better plan with this video than I did the previous one. First one I kind of just winged it. This one is less of a just whatever kind of video. It's more of a planned out video. So basically, I'm gonna start with some of the top players in general, like just overall. I still think Princess Asuka is probably my pick for top player. Then I would say close second for sure is Leok, Julia Airlines. He's really a beast. He wins a lot of tournaments. His Julia is really impressive. I played him once or twice before. I played him a long time ago actually with Armor King when I was Marauder, back when I really sucked. And I beat his Yakuza Yoshimitsu. That was a ridiculous fight. I mean, that was just probably the luckiest fight I've ever had in my life. It's like a really old video from 2010, I think, back when I really was not good at Tekken at all. But anyways, yeah, Leok and his Julia played with Armor King when I got better, when Armor King was Brawler on my new account, Antares Validus. And he beat me 3-1, but I got around it, so that was nice. But he's really a phenomenal player. Leok is definitely a top two. It's just definitely top one of the top players. The reason why I think Princess Asuka is the best is because his win percentage is like 91%. He's boosted a little bit, but I've seen his replays, and the guy is just phenomenal. Like the way his movement is really on point. He really knows how to. His sidestepping is done not randomly, but really like well thought out sidesteps. Like he won't just like some people like to sidestep after they land a hit or they use a low attack or the opponent uses a low attack. They like to sidestep, but he doesn't always do that. He sidesteps when he expects you to use a linear move after one of his moves, which I think is when I notice that I'm like, whoa, that's some good stuff there. And he's just really good with the Suka. I mean, you can watch the replays for yourself. He's really he definitely deserves Tekken God. Definitely, he's a Tekken God. I mean, he may not have gotten there completely on his own, but he definitely could have. He definitely could have. No question about it. My Princess Asuka is a beast. Then you have, like I said, Leok. Leok is also a beast. It's too bad he never got to Second God, but he's also very capable. He definitely could have made it there if he just had more time or whatever. I don't know what the situation is with him, but he could have. He had the potential to make it to Tekken God. Then we have great Bruce players like Muay Thai Beast, DBSTL314, which I think are the two best Bruces on the PSN. Those guys are definitely like in the top, also one of the top players. I'm trying to think who else like really would qualify. I guess who else? CRG321. I guess he's a top player. I mean, I don't. I mean, he's good. He's really good. But I'm personally very good against him. He's beaten me twice, and I've beaten him twice. First time was just a messed up fight. I was not proud of that fight. Second time I was a Yakuza, and I took him down. Then I was in Asura and beat him much easier. And then, when I ran into him again as an Asura, he managed to get me that time in a very close 5-round fight. But I figured whatever, just okay. Basically, his weighing is quite aggressive, and really, if you kind of just stick to your guns and play defensively, basically turtle him, he really can't do too much. If you're like top, if you're like in the high ranks like Scion ranks, and by Scion I mean blue/green. For those of you who don't know what Scion is, between Fujin and Asura and above, you guys can handle him. You just gotta turtle him well. Anyway, so CRG is a really great player though, nonetheless. And then we have Nako, Tekken Emperor with Fang. Really good Fang. Taught me how to use Fang. Gave me a lot of really nice tips. I don't think I would have been able to make it a Tekken Lord without his help. And so yeah, previous video I was Dragon Lord, now I'm Tekken Lord. That was interesting. But yeah, so Nako is definitely one of the top players. DBSTL. Then we have I'm trying to think if there's any other like really good Emperors out there. I guess Jay Lee. I mean, at the same time, like I heard comments that he's really he doesn't know his frames. He doesn't play Eddie the way he's supposed to be played. And if there are better Eddies out there, there are better Eddies out there. I personally don't like play a lot of Eddies. Maybe he's a good. I think he's a pretty good Eddie, but maybe there are better ones in the PSN than him. So yeah. And then we have then Crossfire XR5. That's what I was forgetting. Crossfire XR5 is a Tekken Lord with Armor King, a Tekken Lord with Lars. He also has another account, Dark Power, and he's a Tekken God with Lily. So the guy's pretty awesome if he has that many high rank characters. He can play a lot of characters very well. And he's really quite good with Armor King. He and I had a death match, and I got promoted to Tekken Lord off of him like a little while back. But it was an awful fight. Like the fight was just terrible. It might as well have just been like Rogue versus Brawler promotion. That's how bad of a fight it was. Dropped combos, like ridiculous, whiff launchers, and just mistakes upon mistakes, and from both of us. So I wasn't really happy in my Tekken Lord promo, but nonetheless I got promoted. So Crossfire is a great player. And then there's True Cortez, who's like just I think he literally like just hopped on the PSN like a few months ago, maybe even like a month and a half ago. But he's really really good. He's a Roxa South Armor King. He really knows Armor King's frames like the back of his hand. Like he gave me some nice tips. I mean, he taught me a lot of cool stuff with Armor King, combos that I didn't even know were possible to do, and then things to consider when I'm playing Armor King. When to wave dash. I mean, I learned a lot of nice stuff from True Cortez. Is number 2 Armor King. He's really good Armor King. Definitely, he's going to go higher than Roxas for sure. And so yeah, I guess that pretty much covers the top players in my opinion. I mean, sure there are a few others. I'm probably obviously forgetting a couple. I'm not just going to go through a list of every single player in the PSN, from one to whatever number and say this person's good or not. But anyway, those are some of the top players. And then you have for Fang, like I said, Nako's the best Fang. I'm definitely Fang number 2. I ran into Egg Foo Young to go. He's a Raijin with Fang. He actually used to be Yaksa. He's the only Fang besides myself who's made it to Yaksa. Well, and Nako, of course. The rest of the Fangs have all been kind of at Raijin and not really ever passed there. Of course, I got Aki GR, who's a Tekken guy with Paul. He's a booster. I heard he's pretty good. He also has a Roxas Fang. I don't know if he's any good with him. Maybe he is. But besides the names I mentioned, all the Fangs are kind of beneath me. The Egg Foo Young to go. I just destroyed him. I mean, I ran into him twice when I was a Sura. He beat me in a 5-round fight when he was Yaksta just by using the back forward one a lot in the last round. I just was too aggressive, and then but when I ran into him again, he was demoted, and I just completely just ran through him. I mean, imagine Chuck Norris and bullet trains combining forces against like a tricycle and just running to that tricycle. That's how badly I pounded Egg Foo Young to go. No offense to him, he's a good player, but he's just not top material. And so yeah, those are some of the top things. Just Snacko, myself, and then everyone else. And so for Bruce, I'm really on the fence here. I don't know what to say. Muay Thai Beast is really just a monster with Bruce, like I said before. Then we have DBSTL 314 tournament player. I don't know what caliber the tournaments are. I don't know if they're like low key or like some legit tournaments, but he's really a great Bruce player, and people should check out his replays. He's my rival. We've been rivals since I was champion back in April. Not champion from last year. Champion last year was a mess, but now that when I started getting better, I ran into him like in April, and we've been rivals ever since. Just trying to get as high as we can before Tekken Tag 2 comes out. So yeah, he's an Emperor. I'm on Tekken Lord, and so we fight sometimes. He's really good with Bruce. I would say he's like between those two are the best Bruce. Muay Thai Beast and DBSTL 314. Then we have Kings. Now Kings are interesting because I really don't know how many of the top Kings are legit. I know obviously the King Tekken 6 is like besides Tekken Gods of Phoenix, he's the biggest douchebag on PSN. And then maybe Circo. But those 3 are like the worst of the boosters, the absolute worst. And so, yeah, so for King, my buddy Federer 2009, he's a Yaksa with King. He's really good with King. We play him all the time. He's the best King I've played. And I played a lot of good Kings. CAJV is a good King, but I guess he doesn't play rank as much. And really, you have to play at the high levels to really get that good. And Federer is that good. He definitely deserves Yaksa. I mean, he worked really hard to get in. Good thing he got it because he deserves it. And then yeah, so Federer is really good. And then I guess who else do I really know who on my friends list who's good? I mean, there's Nako. I mean, there's True Cortez. I mean, oh yeah, then the Goonies. The Goonies is an interesting guy. The Goonies basically, and I had a little quick death match today. Like 3 matches. He won the first one. I won the next 2. Of course, it was a bit laggy, but he just decided to bitch about it. He really just would not shut up about it, saying it's I didn't get any of my wins. Honestly, I'm just like whatever, dude. Fuck you. Anyway, so yeah, so the Goonies and I always knew the guy was kind of like a little annoying, but he really showed annoying me just because my connection wasn't great today. I mean, whatever. But anyway, so that's the Goonies. But nonetheless, he's a great player. And despite the fact that I personally don't like the guy, doesn't change the fact he's an absolute beast with Roger. He got demoted from Tekken Emperor recently against DBSTL314, and he's good, but he's just a bit annoying. So that's the Goonies for you, and of course Leo Kyoshi is obviously very good. And so, yeah, from Tekken 6, I mean, I'm pretty much like done. I mean, I'm playing with Fang a little bit, but not like too seriously, because really it kind of got boring. I mean, after you kind of get to like Asura, you just losing is just like whatever. Like it happens so rarely, and it's always like from you playing like crap. Like it's never like someone actually outdoing you in a fight. It's always from you playing like crap. This pretty much happens when you, unless, well, there are a few exceptions, of course, but generally speaking, it's always from, crap. Like, for example, one time when I was in Asura, I played this Vanquisher Asuka, and it was a 5-round fight. Honestly, I didn't know. My head was not in the game. But then I ran into him again, and I just destroyed the guy 3-0. It wasn't even a contest the second time. Like, it just, when you get bored with Tekken after you get to the high ranks. Like, when I was in the lower ranks, I'm like, oh, it's going to be so fun when I get there, get to fight all these good players, and Tekken's become so awesome because I'm so good. But now that I'm here, it's kind of boring. I'm kind of getting bored with Tekken a lot. I mean, playing with Fang. I mean, there's a few good players still few good people who still play ranked and around my my level, my skill level. I mean, I play a lot of good people, but I mean, they're just not like Tekken lords or or just around that area. I mean, over time it just becomes like kind of boring because it's just not fun. I mean, I play with Ganryu a lot these days. I mean, I'm kind of learning him. I got into Marauder today. I would say I'm getting decent with him. He's a fun character for me to play. I like learning him. I'm not I'm not sure if I'm gonna use him for Tekken Tag 2 or not. I'm much better with Armor King. Armor King I have a lot more experience with, but I like the way Ganryu's played a lot better. I feel like I can learn Ganryu better than Armor King. But even though Armor King is like my second best character, so I'm not sure which one I'll use in Tekken Tag 2. But I'm pretty much like just gonna like call it quits for Tekken 6. I mean, I got a Tekken Lord, and honestly, getting to Tekken Emperor is gonna be a pain because I'm in the neutral position, and for those of you who don't know, Tekken Lords have to get 10 points for a promotion chance. By point, I mean one win versus same rank, and like 3/4 of a point is one rank outside. So that's at least like 10 Tekken Lords worth of wins in order to get a promotion chance to Tekken Emperor. So that's going to be hard to do. Very hard to win 10 times, equivalent 10 times, and you really have to like earn that. Of course, some people boost because they can't do that. But anyways, so your Tekken Lord, Tekken Emperor is going to be hard, and Tekken Emperor, Tekken God's 15, which I think is just insane. Like 15 Tekken Emperors. I mean, I don't have the time for that. I wish I did. That'd be pretty cool, I guess, to be the Tekken God. But it's. Plus, if you get demoted, you go down to Dragon Lord. So I don't want to even like bother with that. So I'm probably just gonna like call it quits in a few days. Yeah, I've gotten where I wanted to be. I'm not really like gonna rank up my other characters so much more. I'll just play with them in Tekken Tag 2. I mean, I've gotten to a decent skill level with the Armor King. Um, Ganryu's not bad. My Mishimas, I kind of suck with Mishimas. Like Jin, I really like Jin frustrates the hell out of me when I play with him. Kazuya not so much, which is interesting because I lose my win percentage. Kazuya's a little lower than with Jin, but with Kazuya I like better than Jin now. I just suck with Jin, so I'm probably not going to be using too much of Jin anymore. I just can't really like get into Jin. He's not like not just using him is just a little hard for me. Kazuya's easier for me. But anyways, so that's pretty much wraps up this video. So I hope you guys liked that. Leave comments and do check out the new channel. And for all the people that I've known since I started playing Tekken, it's been great. Tekken 6 is awesome. I met a lot of great players. Thanks for commenting my videos, and a lot of you provided me with valuable tips throughout my little Tekken 6 adventure. So I hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you in Tekken Tag 2 when that comes out in about a little over a month. So I'll see you guys later.